They said, sorry, we can't check you in now because they just locked the system and there's no way we can check you in through the previous. And checked plane tickets to Santorini, Greece. Guess what? Looks like I'm going with you. I'm going with you. I just checked plane tickets. It's only $5.50 now.
You're crashing my girls trip.
Wait, but it's only $5.50. It's like such a good deal. I think I should get it.
Yeah, you should, but you're gonna go separately, right?
Well, yeah, but we can still hang out while we're there, right? Okay. I'm going to Greece with Sharon. Woohoo!
So how long are you gonna go for?
I don't know yet. I just checked one-way tickets so far. I'm just gonna make sure I have my passport first, and then I'm gonna book the ticket real quick.
I'm shedding tears because I'm taking my fiance to the airport. She's leaving me to go to Greece.
You're literally flying there too.
My fiance booked the tickets to Greece while I was asleep in the middle of the night.
I literally asked you before we went to bed, are you sure that you don't mind if I go meet Rachel in Greece? And you were like, yeah, it's fine.
She's heading to Greece without me, and guess what?
You're literally gonna go there too.
Well, guess what? My ticket didn't get confirmed. They canceled the transaction. They canceled the booking.
So what's gonna happen? You have to get a new one?
I have to get a new one, but they're way more expensive now.
You should tell them to honor it because you literally had the transaction.
Yeah, they didn't even give a reason. They just said, why are you so happy that I'm not going with you to Greece?
I just haven't done a TikTok.
So what do you think? Should I go?
Yeah?
It's like way more expensive now. It's like $800. I was thinking, instead of going to Greece, why don't we go to Costa Rica? I think that'd be a way better trip. Do you want to go to Costa Rica?
Sure.
Like next month?
I do, yeah.
My baby's leaving to Greece. Don't get too greasy over there. I love you, baby. Hopefully I'll get a ticket soon. See you when I see you, honey. I'm gonna miss you so much.
You know what I just remembered? I'm half Mexican and I've never been to Mexico. So this is my first time in Mexico. This is so cool. I've always wanted to go to Mexico. However, I never expected my first time to be in Cancun, out of all places, even though it is the top tourist destination for Americans now. I finally made it to my destination in downtown Cancun. This is supposed to be the best Latin food in downtown in Cancun. It's called labna. So we're about to try it out for the first time. It turns out labna is under construction. It's not open. So I'm looking around the neighborhood and there's a whole food court right next door. Maybe this is why they went out of business. They can compete with the food court. Let's see if we can find something good here. So I've looked through the whole range of food court options and none of them look that good, but I'm starving, so I'm gonna take a plunge and try this one. It's being ran by a bunch of old grannies. It says 100% natural fruits, so it must be good. It looks like it's worth a try, you guys. Hola, un horchata, por favor, and una empanada, queso. This is the restaurant I just ordered from. Now I'm gonna try their empanada. This is what it looks like. Now we'll see what it tastes like. Wow, not bad. It's very fresh. You know how I knew the food would be good here? It's all old ladies cooking it. They have a lot of experience. They know what they're doing. I'm sure they've cooked for many children and grandchildren before. Also, I ordered a horchata. Wow. Everybody here is so nice and friendly. I feel like I don't need to worry about anything. However, I'm sure that all changes when it gets dark. There's a huge line in front of it and I thought it was for the restaurant. And I asked the kid in line, is this for labna? And he just said, yes, go to the back of the line. And then luckily I was reading the signs and I saw it said something about government. I looked over and I noticed labna was next door. That's when I realized it was closed. I feel like a local right now. Like I'm hanging out with a bunch of locals. There's no tourists nearby. It's getting very hot now. But good thing I got this horchata. This is the story of how I ended up in Cancun. Right now I'm walking through the streets of downtown Cancun, and the reason is I had booked like 4 flights through this website called kiwi.com, and they were great prices, so I was like, okay, I guess I can afford to go to Santorini, Greece with Sharon. But then every one of those bookings got canceled, so I had to keep making more bookings. So after going through 3 bookings and all getting canceled, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try one more time, and if that doesn't work, then it just wasn't meant to be. I booked one more time, and I was like, you know, it's not gonna go through. It's already happened 3 times. There's no way this one's gonna get booked confirmed. I continued to go about my business, and the flight was the next day, so I was like, well, if they don't confirm anytime soon, the next few hours, it's probably not gonna happen, right? Well, guess what? In the middle of the night at 2:30 a.m. luckily I was awake to see the email and the text, because they notified me that my booking was then confirmed at 2:30 a.m. and my flight leaves at 8 a.m. So I had to get to the airport by 6 a.m. I had to still go to Walmart, go to the store and get a few things. I had to pack everything. Anyway, I rushed and threw everything in a bag, basically. By the time I got to the airport, I rushed up to the check-in desk, and it was literally 2 minutes after the cutoff time. They said, sorry, we can't check you in now because they just locked the system and there's no way we can check you in through the computer. I was like, all right, there has to be something you guys can do. I've went through a lot to be here, and the booking was just confirmed a couple of hours ago. Can I talk to the supervisor? And they said, sorry, the supervisor's at the gate right now assisting passengers. You know, there's nothing we can do. You'll just have to book for tomorrow. There's a flight tomorrow morning. And I was like, no. If I do that, then I'll lose out on this Cancun trip. I get a free day in Cancun just by booking this particular flight, which has a layover in Cancun for, it's like an 8-hour layover. So I have like basically 5 hours outside the airport before I have to get back. And then the supervisor came over and was like, okay, let's check you in, but you gotta hurry. I was like, oh, it's gonna happen. So I got all my papers together, my passport and my documents, and they checked me in. One of the flight attendants, or one of the people at the check-in desk, rushed me through security. I was like stuck in security line for longer than normal because one of my bags got rejected and by the system, and they had to redo it or something. After going through the security, I was like barely gonna make it, so I sprinted all the way to the gate, which is like a half mile. They were literally just about to close the door on me, and they said, you barely made it. You're lucky you barely made it. You gotta get here 2 hours before your flight next time. But anyway, that's the story of how I ended up in Cancun. Wow, all this for Sharon. That's how much I love her. After trying those great restaurants in Cancun, I went to the airport to catch my flight to Greece. And I guess I was really sleepy and just not feeling well after eating at La Paria. That restaurant's food was not that good. I think it looks nice because it's made for tourists. I wasn't feeling well, I was tired, I didn't get any sleep last night from packing, and I stayed up all night getting ready for the flight. So I got to the airport and I miscalculated the timing and I missed that flight. They said the next flight is in 3 days, which would cut my trip in Greece by half. So I decided maybe it's not worth going to Greece. I looked up things to do in Greece. It looks like it's just a place to take pictures and eat some Greek food, and that's about it. There's a beach. But in Cancun, however, there's tons of stuff to do. It's a city that's been made for tourism for 100 years. Beautiful beaches, great food, and everything here is super cheap. I booked an Airbnb for only $10 per night. I booked a rental car, which was only $1 per day, but with full coverage, it's only $10 per day. So of course, I got the full coverage. I think staying here for 1 week is gonna be a great series of videos, you guys. You guys are about to see the best stuff to do, the best food to eat, the best money-saving tips. You guys stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell notifications button so that you'll get notified when I have new videos that are adventurous and informative about Cancun and very entertaining. You're about to see some really cool stuff, you guys. Stay tuned.